You can practice 3D drawing with grease pencil and different art styles, like this watercolor look, without having to model tons of 3D assets. Hello everyone, my name is Mariana. I'm a 2D animator currently working in the anime industry. So the thing with drawing in 3D space is that we need a 3D surface, otherwise it's going to be very difficult. However, if you're a 2D artist like me, you may not want to spend a lot of time 3D modeling. Or maybe you're learning the software slowly, but you'd like to go ahead and experiment and have fun with grease pencil and its possibilities. So the trick to skip the modeling stage, and this is no secret, is to use assets made by other artists. There are a lot of artists that make 3D models and assets and share them for free, and you can use those models to build your scene, be efficient, and skip processes that may discourage you otherwise. This is not cheating, nor does your artwork have less value. These practices have been part of the industry for a long time, and it even keeps it healthy. I say this because with all the generative AI going on, it's easy to get confused into what is ethical and adequate. Artists share assets for free for other artists to use them. Check the Creative Commons license, give them their credit, and spread the good word. There are a lot of platforms where you can look for assets. I will leave links to them in the description, but in this video I want to focus on Blender Kit. Blender Kit has this awesome plugin that you can install to Blender, and inside your file you can search keywords and it displays available models. To install the add-on, go to their page, download it, and you can follow these 3 simple steps to install it. For this artwork, I want a flower vase on top of a small wooden table thing, and maybe an extra plant. In the add-ons menu, you can filter the search to Free First, and I just click it and wait for Blender to download the asset. And there it is, as simple as that. And so I can download several models and try different compositions and see what looks better in the scene. Now, the assets come with materials and other details. Each artist works in a different way too. If you want to better understand and manipulate the models, you do need basic 3D knowledge. What I did next was disconnect all the materials that come with the models. They are usually photorealistic, and since I want to try a watercolor style, I only need the models empty, like if they were a blank canvas. I added automatic line art following 2 different methods. The first method is with the solidify modifier, and the second is with the line art modifier. I will leave links in the description with tutorials for these steps. And with the line art done, it's time to paint. To achieve a watercolor-ish style, I used Vertex Paint as the main painting and then added grease pencil details over it. For the Vertex Paint, you have to add a color attribute node as material and make sure the mesh has enough subdivisions, and then paint using the vertex mode. It's quite simple, but again, I will leave links to tutorials on this. Now that I was happy with the Vertex Paint, it's time to add grease pencil details. For this, I am using the very cool brush pack by Daniel Martinez Lara and Sophie Jantak's watercolor brushes. These are available for free, link in the description. Just like with the 3D models, artists gift away a lot of resources for the community, and these brushes are another example. Like usual, I am using the surface mode to paint over the 3D models with an offset of 0.001. And instead of using the conventional materials, I am using the Vertex Paint mode available within Grease Pencil, choosing colors from the default palette. This makes for a more painterly approach, although we no longer have the advantages of using materials. And the flowers in the vase were done with grease pencil, first with the 3D cursor mode, and then with the stroke mode. So, not using a 3D surface. I figured that a mesh or object wasn't necessary in this case. I started with the stems, turning the view around to draw in 3D, and I built the flowers and petals from there. If my strokes are not accurate, I can always change to edit mode and move the points around. The shadows on the floor were done with Vertex Paint as well. Since I am using 3D models, I can set up lights to cast shadows and help me visualize them. I had never done a watercolor style in Blender and I'm quite happy with the result. By the way, I'm working on a 40-second short film and I'm using assets from Blender Kit to help me with the modeling. You're probably not going to find everything you need. I did have to model some of the objects, but I still saved a lot of time and work. This is the same concept as stock footage, but with 3D assets. Stay tuned for this upcoming short film and its behind the scenes. See you later!